Hi there, everyone. My name is Tapio Pesola. I'm the Investor Relations Manager here at FSecure, and I would like to warmly welcome you all to our webcast today. With me today, I have our CEO, Samu Kontinen, as last time, and he will next run through the financials from the previous quarter, the full year 2016, and then also finally he will give our guidance for 2017. After Samu's presentation, there will be time for questions, at which time we will allow you to unmute yourselves. So thank you for joining us today, and I give the floor to Samu now.
Thank you, Tapio. So now going forward with the 2016 report from FSecure, including the Q4 interim report as well. So this is the agenda. So we'll first talk about the highlights on the previous quarter and the reported year, looking at the business and the market update, and then moving on to outlook for what comes to 2017 and our market guidance. The key takeaways from the Q4 is that we continued, I would say, a very good performance across all our businesses. We performed really according to our plans. The corporate security product business, where we push with the partner-led business model, that continued with a very strong double-digit growth throughout the year. We had a very strong demand for our cybersecurity services, especially in Q4, and there in this business specifically there is even more seasonalities as dealing with the large enterprises, even Fortune 500 companies. So a lot of the expenditure is geared towards the year end. And then last, consumer security, which is still plus 50% of FSecure revenues, remains stable, and it really is confirming our strong outlook for that business going forward. The market in consumer security is somewhat different with dynamics if I compare it to B2B markets, where we also expect much stronger growth to continue for FSecure. The market in B2B overall is offering much bigger structural growth, whereas in consumer. And in consumer, we see many of our big competitors, actually, they've turned into decline. So I'm extremely happy that we actually managed to grow the business in Q4. We grew 3%, and it really is confirming our very positive outlook for the business going forward. As a summary, so we increased clearly our confidence to our business model, confidence to investments already made. We see that the scaling factors are there. The efficiency works as we have planned. We are seeing the investments placed 2016 yielding really the results that we were expected. We added more than 100 people to FSecure, so we really were in the investment mode, not optimizing for short-term profits. And the last piece is that although not exactly about the financial results of 2016, but I'm extremely happy with the recognition we got from AV-Test Award, which is possibly the most recognized, the most reputable independent test house that tests and evaluates all endpoint products. And we won the Best Protection Award now for the 5th time in last 6 years. And that really is a strong testament to our product quality and our detection capabilities, that actually it comes second to none. And looking at how on that front we compete against companies who are 3 to 10 times our size, so that really underlines the technical brilliance we have at FSecure, that we can stand against that competition, and we are actually coming out as a winner for what comes to product capabilities in detection. So overall, I'm very happy with the quarter and very happy with the year. We really executed according to our plans. And just further confirming that the model, the business model, the security capabilities, the overall the economic engine that we have in place, this is a great evidence that everything works. The portfolio, I would now say, in particular in B2B space, looks very solid. It's stronger than ever. There is not only the endpoint products, protection products that we've been known for many years, and that's where the core DNA of the company has been. But I'm also very happy how we managed to expand our portfolio towards areas like managed detection service and vulnerability management. And all that combined, it's just that the FSecure portfolio is much stronger than it ever was before. We are increasingly recruiting new resellers, managed service providers, which is very important as we are pushing a fully partner-led business model. So how we manage to attract more partners, that is accelerating. And all in all, as said, so our security capabilities are really best in class. So the opportunity is there. We'll talk about the 2017 guidance more towards the end of the presentation, but the high-level sentiment that I wanted to disclose now already at this stage of the presentation, it really is that we see the opportunity looking so good. We are witnessing already such a strong traction with the investments that we placed 2016, thus we are very encouraged to continue investing, to continue not optimizing for short-term profits, and we are increasing our investments a lot to accelerate growth and to ensure the scale and the long-term improved profit-generating capabilities. But I'll talk a bit more specific about 2017 outlook at the end of this presentation. And now if we look at the financial highlights, here we see that the Q4, the total revenue grew 9%, whereas the whole year revenue growth was 7%. The breakdown into B2B and B2C business similarly is 19% B2B growth in Q4 and 3% in consumer. And the full year B2B grew even faster, 20%, and the consumer was flat as we forecasted it being. So again, all in all, this really is performing as we anticipated throughout the year. So, and although I think we managed to beat the market consensus quite clearly for what comes to our top line and profits, but to us internally, this was very much as expected. The deferred revenue continues growing faster than revenue, which is a sign that our growth is accelerating, and the sales, the ordering intake is growing faster than the revenues, which is now seen in the deferred revenue section. EBIT very healthy. Q4 16% of revenue and the full year 12% of revenue, and again repeating the earlier message that when we went into 2016, we were very clear that we're not optimizing for short-term profits, but really pushing for growth, pushing for market share, building scale, and all those factors will allow stronger profits going forward. And this 12% EBIT that we produce now throughout the year, we could do so much better if that is what we wanted to optimize for. But we hired more than 100 people and also placed substantial other investments such as marketing. So really repeating the message and not optimizing for short-term profits. And there's also now the proposal from the board of directors that will be decided at the AGM about the dividend. So in total, 12 cents per share is the proposed dividend. This graph speaks about the thing already mentioned, how the deferred revenue continues outpacing the revenue growth. So and here you see how during the Q2 2015 and Q2 2016 the revenue growth was upped because of the NSense acquisition that we did. And here you also see that the NSense acquisition didn't impact much at all to deferred revenue, as the NSense is predominantly cybersecurity consulting, where we don't have much of a deferred revenue. Everything is booked instantly. So this deferred revenue is predominantly coming from our B2B product business. On B2C front, vast majority of business there is a subscription-based top line through operator channel, and similarly as in consulting, we don't have the deferred revenue component being very notable there. So this deferred revenue graph really illustrates the fast growth that we have in place for B2B products. And now here you see a bit of a trending visualization in B2B growth and B2C growth. And if I look at the B2C, the consumer part first, when we started the year, we were very clear that although it was a rather low figure that we delivered Q1, but we knew all along ourselves that it's more of a one-off, and it's not a trend that we would see our consumer business being in slide, similarly as unfortunately it is for many competitors. So we had the comfort all along that it will bounce back, and now I think for 3 quarters straight we are clearly seeing the evidence that our capability to defend our position in consumer space is very good. The operator channel stickiness is extremely strong, and if I'm looking at how the consumer security market overall is performing, I'm quite confident that we are actually outpacing the market. And so even though our growth is not as high as we are witnessing on B2B front, but I'm actually quite bullish that also in consumer security side we are winning market share. And now on B2B side, Q4 really kind of a highlight 19% growth. So that's a good number there, and it really both the product business through channel and cybersecurity consulting, with some of the most demanding verticals, both are yielding really strong results. And in both instances, in the endpoint protection market, in vulnerability management, in managed detection service, those are the 3 product domains we are clearly outpacing the market. Similarly, as we are extremely confident that we are outpacing the market in cybersecurity consulting. The cybersecurity consulting for us is geographically currently quite limited, so it's predominantly in the Nordics, although in some verticals we have big global companies as a customer, and some of those verticals to mention would be aviation and finance industry as 2 examples. But really kind of across the board, consumer and B2B outpacing the market growth at both segments and winning market share. And now if we look a bit more on the consumer first, so operator channel, this is the vast majority of that business. We saw the strongest result coming from Latin America and North America. Europe very stable. And it's a very good opportunity for us going forward now with the stronger portfolio also in consumer security side. So on the operator channel, almost all revenues are coming from FSecure Safe, the internet security suite. And now if you look at the traction that we already witnessed in direct consumer side with products like FSecure Freedom, the VPN privacy product, and then there is the FSecure Key, our password management. So it really is an untapped opportunity with those products through operator channel. And if you look at our operator partner ecosystem, which is more than 200 partners, and through those 200 partners, we have access to plus 1 billion consumers. I think it continues being a big opportunity to accelerate our business with FSecure Freedom and Key as an upsell items to existing FSecure Safe customers. And now in direct consumer business, where we have a very strong regional focus into Nordics. So there we continue to grow, and that business grew faster than the total of consumer business. So it's very clear that in the Nordics we are winning market share. I think by the year end it's a good chance that we'll actually replace Norton, and we will be the biggest consumer security brand in the Nordics in retail. So we are picking markets there and acquiring more channel and winning market share. And similarly as with the operator channel, big opportunities there to start really leveraging the power of the portfolio and not just selling FSecure Safe, but creating combination of FSecure Safe, Freedom and Key for bigger upsell and higher price points and better everything. And then here we have a short mentioning the FSecure Sense, which is the connected home security device, the first hardware product that FSecure has ever manufactured. We announced that we would be taking such a product to markets already almost about a year ago, and it has been somewhat bumpy ride to get that product ready, making sure that the quality is there, testing everything, fine-tuning the Wi-Fi capabilities, the antennas, and loads of stuff that typically weren't the domain of a security company. But now it really seems that we are getting there. We have a high confidence that the product will launch during the Q2, and there's a good demand. I think we saw already a healthy amount of pre-orders, and a lot of our channel partners, including many of the largest operators in the world, have shown a lot of interest towards FSecure Sense, being able then to offer to their customers, the households, a solution that will just cover the entire digital home, all connected devices, not just the PC, smartphone and tablet, but really everything that is connected to internet in your home, be it a smart TV, gaming consoles, Wi-Fi light bulbs, Wi-Fi baby monitors, everything. So I think it's a brilliant concept. And although for what comes to revenue forecast for 2017, we'll be very moderate with that one. But long term, I'm confident that we are on the right track with offerings like FSecure Sense. And now moving on to B2B, a bit more highlights there. So endpoint products, endpoint security, that really is the sweet spot, the core of our offering today, although now expanded also to vulnerability management and rapid detection service. So that is growing a clear double-digit pace, a very good one. If you look at the market data, according to Gartner, as an example, the market is forecasted growing between 2 and 3%. So this double digit, it's easy to do the math that we are growing 3-4 times, even 5 times the market, and that is just brilliant. We are adding more resellers, and it doesn't have a direct linkage to revenue, but it is one of the, I think, very important leading indicators in this channel-led business model. So what is the number of your active resellers and how that is developing? Geographically, the stronghold continues being in Europe. Also, Japan is a very strong market for FSecure. And now we are seeing very positive signs from regions outside Europe, as an example in India. And if I just look at Q4, India was actually really one of the top performing countries for FSecure. So very, very happy to see this geographical expansion bearing fruit. And then last, I think on the product front, there is the cloud protection for Salesforce, a Salesforce partnership that we announced a couple of months back. So that solution is shipping also during the spring of 2017, and it's a big opportunity. It is such a huge global mega trend that the companies are transforming from on-premise IT to cloud, and then that altogether changes the whole IT security paradigm for the companies. And we wanted to partner with those cloud ecosystem players like Salesforce and really offering an extra layer of protection in that environment. It's something where FSecure really has a world-class specialty. So it's exciting times ahead with new products like that. And then radar and rapid detection service. So these both are addressing a very high growth market in managed detection service and vulnerability management. Very good traction with both of them. The offering is proven to be very high quality. And very positive for FSecure is that we've now seen that with so many deals with RDS, we actually see that radar very often goes with the same flow, and that obviously just increases the deal value, and I'm confident that will also increase the stickiness with the customers as we are placing more our products to them. And then last in B2B space is the cybersecurity consulting. So this is percentage-wise our fastest growing business, regionally currently quite limited to Nordics, but it really is commanding a strong growth. We are winning customers from the most demanding verticals like aviation, finance, and some of the largest consumer brands in the world. Those companies in general that have a lot to lose, those companies who can't take compromise for what comes to cyber security and defense. And I think this is a great kind of it well underlines the FSecure skills and the thought leadership and the expertise we have in place, so that these most demanding customers are more and more selecting FSecure as their trusted cybersecurity advisor. And then lastly in this, so we announced today a small acquisition. We acquired a company called InversePath, and it's a small consulting company based in Italy, 3 people, so financially the impact I think is marginal. But what is not marginal is the fact that those 3 guys from InversePath, they are seen as the best-in-class experts in their specific line of expertise worldwide. So through that we are strengthening the FSecure thought leadership in cybersecurity space, really being the powerhouse that attracts the best minds in the industry, and many of the largest companies in the world are customers of InversePath. So I'm really looking forward how we can leverage that capability, how that adds to FSecure thought leadership. Very quickly, how we see our full portfolio, how it goes across different customer segments. So protection service for business and business suite. This is primarily in small businesses and mid-market local enterprises. Rapid detection service and FSecure radar, the sweet spot is on the higher end of mid-market, also local enterprises. And then if I look at cybersecurity services, that's where we are working with many of the biggest companies in the world. So this is roughly how the product to customer segment mix looks for FSecure. Few words here. What I believe makes FSecure currently quite a unique company. So we've all the time been known for our great technology house, and we continue being that also going forward. But now, as we've made a very strong entry to cybersecurity space, having those experts who are doing jobs and assignments for companies in the areas of forensics, incident response, red teaming, penetration testing, we are all the time just learning so much, and through these forensics and incident response cases we are getting exposed to attacks that we've never seen before. Nobody has never ever seen attacks like that before, attacks that are polymorphic and attacks that are mutating, and what we see and learn from these most difficult cases allows us to feed that know-how into our live security, the FSecure technology, the base, the core security expertise that we have. So really the high-end, best-in-class consultancy feeds innovation to our technology creation. And this is something that I currently see FSecure being rather uniquely placed, having this combination of doing the utmost high-end cybersecurity consulting with the most demanding customers, and coupling that with the world-class award-winning technology. And briefly about the segments where we now operate. So most of the revenue and a large part of the growth till today still comes from the endpoint protection, whereas these new areas in endpoint detection and response, vulnerability management and security consulting, these really are the new frontiers for FSecure, where we expect to see expediting our growth and later adding into the greater profitability for the company. And really, as in the past, we've been the endpoint company, the king of endpoints. Now adding RDS, the rapid detection service, that really well plays into that story, as is really often the endpoints where the cyber attackers are going. So one very key component of the rapid detection service is the sensors that we are placing also to endpoints, and these sensors are having the capability to detect anomalies, something happening on the endpoint that shouldn't be happening there, and telling us that there's something wrong, although your antivirus product and your firewall in most cases then has not noticed anything. And now we are further expanding that rapid detection service, where the service element is very, very critical. So expanding that to more automated and more universal endpoint detection and response technology side, adding that capability to all our existing endpoint products. And overall, there are just so many of these trends that are impacting to market demand in cybersecurity. You have targeted attacks. These are becoming more and more prominent. We see also the cyber activity increasing from the government side. Ransomware was definitely the biggest menace for 2016, and I unfortunately think that we've only seen the start of it. I think that this whole problem of ransomware is just going to be expanding. We most probably will be seeing ransomware cases where not only your PC but some other connected programmable device will be compromised and hijacked and then asked for ransom. Interesting, email still continues being a very, very big threat and attack vector, although it's an ancient tool. But so often still companies kind of fall short for what comes to email defense. And it goes to social engineering, that these attackers with the targeted emails, they are just getting cleverer and cleverer. How do they fool you as a user to open an email and open an attachment or link in the email that you shouldn't? So a lot of demand. So we don't see that the market traction going anywhere away or slowing down. We actually see it most probably the other way around, so that it's very likely that the demand for cybersecurity services and products is actually going to be increasing, and many of the research companies see it similarly. A great market to be at. And then moving towards the guidance for 2017. So this is something that we discussed already in the beginning of the presentation. So we are really happy the way our already placed investments are yielding return. We see that our portfolio is competitive. Our renewal rates are best in class, I believe. We are attracting more and more channel. The products are of highest quality, and you don't take my word for it, but it's really more and more of these independent test houses are repeatedly giving the FSecure the highest recognition, and we are winning these awards. And it's just the overall industrial dynamics that seems to be working very well for FSecure. And because of that, what we've already witnessed and what we see happening in the marketplace and what we witness being our competitiveness, we are very encouraged to continue investing to growth and not to optimize for short-term profitability. We will actually be accelerating our investments, which then leads to specifically to market guidance for 2017. So similarly as we did for 2016, we are not giving a specific market guidance to revenue. We are staying on a high level and guiding that we anticipate our top line to continue growing. And then now looking at the profitability, so we are forecasting the operating profit being in the range of 8 to 12 million. And this is really a significant drop from the levels that we achieved 2016. And I really want to emphasize that this is not something that is just happening for FSecure. This is something by choice. If we would optimize the company for profits, we could do so much better than we did 2016. And now as we are taking the profitability further down, to us this is just a sign of confidence that we see from our already proven traction and the market opportunity. And we really want to optimize for growth, scale, and market share. And all that we know will yield improving profits as we move towards the end of our strategy period. Really, behind the economic engine of FSecure, there is the very scalable, very repeatable, high gross margin product business. The industrial logic that you expect from a software company. And now we are just optimizing for volume and market share and not for short-term profits. And now, subsequently, we also now issued our thinking for the strategy period and not guiding anything there for revenue. We obviously believe that this continues being a great market and a great revenue growth and then great revenue growth acceleration opportunity for FSecure, but very specifically for profits. So if I'm anchoring the strategy period guidance to the levels achieved 2016, which was 12% of revenues as EBIT, we are very confident that towards the end of the strategy period, we will be able to produce profitability that is clearly above the level that we saw 2016. So really the weakening profitability that is now guided for 2017 is by choice and is because we are investing so much into growth. So that's all I had. Walk through a little bit about the market, our 2016 financials, and a little bit about the market, the FSecure competitiveness, and about our portfolio and about our strategy, and ended the presentation with the market guidance for 2016 and something about our strategy period outlook 2017 to 2020. So that's all I had.
Okay. Okay, so we have now given you the possibility of unmuting yourself, so should there be any questions, now we have some time reserved. Okay, thank you everyone once again for joining us. We look forward to talking to you again next time. That will be in May. So have a good evening or day or whichever it is there. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.